Hello, I'm Sidney, and welcome to Tech Support. My tutorial will cover the basics of Tableau and Tableau Public. Before we begin, it's best to have the Tableau software downloaded and ready to run on your computer. That way, you can follow along. This is my profile on Tableau Public. Coming straight from Tableau itself, Tableau Public is a free service that lets anyone publish interactive data to the web. Once on the web, anyone can interact with the data, download it, or create their own visualizations of it. If you do not want your visualizations public, there are ways to hide your work and prevent your data from being downloaded in Settings. You can also toggle and hide individual visualizations by clicking on the upper right-hand corner of your visualizations. Additionally, in order to avoid copyright infringement complaints, it is important to give the original user proper credit for their visualizations when appropriate. Furthermore, now it is a good time to download my WordPress Freedom Index Map 2002 to 2013 visualization, so we are working with the same set of data. Download Workbook is located in the lower left corner. We'll hop over to Tableau. Now that you have downloaded the workbook onto your desktop, it can now be opened using Tableau. For the sake of time, I will not rebuild this visualization from scratch. However, I will demonstrate the simple steps needed to create this visualization. You can then apply what you've learned to any feature visualization of your choice. Firstly, we will go over some very basic terminology. Right now, you are looking at the dashboard. This icon is used to create a new dashboard. The dashboard is where we bring all of our previous worksheets into display and make them interactive. Whatever you see in this dashboard will be exactly reproduced onto your profile upon upload. And the title of your dashboard tab will become a part of the URL. Be sure to name this tag appropriately. You can change all tab names by double-clicking on them. We will return to the dashboards in a bit. This icon is used to create a new storyboard. Typically, people choose to work with either a dashboard or a storyboard. This tutorial will focus on the elements of the dashboard. This is the icon used to create a new worksheet. Sheets provide you a space to build individual charts and graphs. Unlike dashboard tabs, sheet tabs do not affect the URL. But choosing good, easily identifiable names always creates less work for the user. Let's look at the first sheet now. Alright, let's identify some more key terms. Dimensions represents qualitative data. Within dimensions, you will often see strings symbolized by ABC. Measures represents quantitative data. Within measures, you will often see numbers symbolized by the pound sign. Sometimes your original dataset will contain location points, such as zip codes. These will be listed as latitude and longitude. And they are symbolized by this globe-like icon. Overall, when you drag these dimensions and measures values into rows and columns, think of their interaction similar to that of Excel pivot tables. The Show Me drop-down menu identifies all usable maps and charts based on the data you have arranged in rows and columns. Sometimes, charts and graphs will be listed in grayscale. When this happens, Tableau does not have enough of a specific type of data, string, number, or geolocation, assigned to rows and columns to compute the specific charts. Furthermore, Tableau will let you know what you are missing when trying to create a specific type of map or chart. However, when you do have enough data for your desired map or chart, Tableau will fill in the appropriate fields in rows and columns for you. Marks represents the intersection of all dimensions in the view. Furthermore, marks can be represented in a multitude of ways: color, size, shape, labels, and etc. All of these elements can be controlled from the marks card. Also, please take note. Keep an eye on your marks card when you introduce fields, because the program replaces existing fields by default. The purpose of Tooltip is to show the end viewer what they're looking at. Tooltip opens the Edit Tooltip dialog box. Here, you can add additional text, rearrange tooltip contents, and insert more fields. Keep in mind, tooltips are designed specific to a per-sheet basis. Color is relatively self-explanatory. Here, you can edit your colors in transparency and create fades to indicate change or range. It is up to you to assign greater meanings to your colors. On a side note, using colors that range from blue to orange divergent is a good idea, because your blind viewers can then also see the changes. When adjusting the size, be aware that whatever you alter in your worksheet will probably look a little bit different on your dashboard. For instance, When I adjust the size of this graphs line in the worksheet, the dashboard will display something very different. In Label, you have the option to change the font, size, and positioning of your label. If you want, you even have the option to clear out all labels entirely. The Format tab is great to change chart and text fonts, alignments, shadings, borders, and lines for visibility. You can format individual sheets, and you can format the end product dashboard. Remember, whatever you do to one will affect the other. The quick filter is useful because it allows the end user to sort the data by looking through filters. One of the most effective filter settings is to use the single valued list. Now that you understand the basics of building your worksheets, let's get back to the dashboard. The first thing that you want to do is set your dashboard size, also known as the range. Because we downloaded this set is already completed for you. If you are making your own dashboard from scratch, then your range settings can be found here. In this box, you will find the worksheets. Ideally, you will want 2 to 4 worksheets total in your dashboard. Any more in your dashboard begins to crowd. To place your worksheets on your dashboard, it's as simple as dragging and dropping. If you do not want the dashboard to size your worksheets, you can always float them. This goes the same with all quick filters, legends, etc. Also, don't forget to add or change your headers to appropriate titles using the text box, or by simple double-clicking on the already existing text. Now, in order to make this dashboard interactive, click the Dashboard tab. Click Actions, click Add Action, and click Highlight. A new box will pop up, and here you can check and uncheck your source sheets and your target sheets to make them interactive. I normally run this action on Select, but feel free to experiment with the other hover and menu options too. After this, you can click OK. Once you have everything set up, your dashboard is interactive. When you are happy with your dashboard and want to share it with the world, you will want to save it to Tableau Public. Please note, if you are using the free version of Tableau and Tableau Public, you must save your work online before you quit out of the program. To put your dashboard in an article, hit Share in Tableau Public and copy and paste the embedded code. You can also look at the metadata for specific sheet names and change the link in order to fit the sheet name you want the end viewer to see. I'm Sidney and you've been watching Tech Support. Thanks and good luck!